Happy morning to all. On behalf of SA Engineering College, Management and Principal, I extend a warm welcome to all present here for the virtual meet on Building in the Cloud, AWS, by G. Shivamurugan, Cloud Engineer, TCS Ion, under the Tech Series organized by the Department of EC and VLSI. SA Engineering College was established in the year 1998 and is successfully continuing its service of imparting quality education extending beyond 25 years of excellence. An autonomous institute approved by AICT with Institute Level Research Center affiliated to Anna University, it is NBA accredited, NAC certified with A grade and ISO certified institute which fosters development of young minds, nurturing curiosity and critical thinking. It has been our forte to create unique and engaging learning experiences, and Tech Series is one such event. Today we have with us Mr. G. Shivamurugan, Cloud Engineer, TCS Ion, the session speaker. He has 2 years of hands-on experience in AWS Cloud Service with a unique analytical perspective gained from his electrical and electronics engineering background. He has actively participated in designing and implementing scalable AWS architectures. He is passionate about demystifying cloud technology and sharing practical insights into core AWS concepts. A warm welcome to Mr. G. Shivamurugan, and I request Sir to start the session.
Thank you, Srija. First of all, I would like to thank you everyone for inviting me as a guest speaker. So I think I can start the session now.
Yes, sir. Please start.
Srija, kindly let me know once you can able to see my screen.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. So, hi everyone, good morning. My name is Ganta Shivamurga, and today I'm here to share you about the topic which is fundamentally reshaping the digital world, which is building in the cloud. So, especially we are going to discuss about one platform which is Amazon Web Services, shortly AWS. So, in the next 1 hour, we are going to skim through the topics like what is cloud, how cloud is being used by the large enterprises, and what are all the advantages over the traditional data center. So if you're a student who aspires to be a cloud engineer, technical architect, developer, so there is something informative in the next 1 hour. So let's start the session by looking around us. So when we look around us, we all into the digital world, from streaming movies on Netflix to online classes, communicating with your friends on the WhatsApp and sharing the messages, attending the online classes using the Google Classroom. So these no longer become any convenience to us. They're actually powering our lives, right? So what we demand from these services? We demand a constant connectivity. So we want all our friends to be in online and get connected immediately, and instant access to information. When we want to search something or need to do any analysis, we don't need to go for the library, refer books. It takes a lot of time. So you can simply Google it, or if you have no time, you can directly ask your ChatGPT, Gemini, and many other parameters also. So seamless experience. We don't want our websites to be loading, taking larger time to get loaded. Actually, waiting is frustrating, right? So we don't want all those boring buffering pages. So how these companies are maintaining these demands, how they are able to serving us without any disruptions. So the traditional answer is the private data center. What is a private data center? Imagine a data center is a large warehouse with a high-end cooling systems, maintained with multiple physical servers arranged in the rack spaces, which are connected to some thousands of wires. Just give me, I'll show you a photo of how the actual simple private data center. It is a simple private data center. I'm not showing it the complicated one. So this is how it will be, how complicated it will be. So even though this private data center can able to provide the service, it provides many hurdles. It provides many disruptions for the enterprises. What are those? High upfront cost. Upfront cost in the sense, the huge investment. You have to buy a big warehouse. You need to order the physical servers. You need to get the cooling system. You need to make them arrangements. So the investment is at the peak. Time consuming to set up and scale. Imagine you have launched an application with a very few customers you are serving, and you thought of it will not grow very quickly. But surprisingly and fortunately, if your application has go around the world and the customers have started coming to you to make use of your services, and now you want to, however, scale your application, right? So by this time, if you are using the data center, you need to order the private you need to order the physical servers, the storage systems. You need to import them, you need to arrange them, you need to make sure it fit with the existing configuration. It takes some weeks to months, so the customers can't wait for that long time, right? It is a problem for the enterprises. Also, it requires dedicated IT team for the maintenance. Apart from saying IT team, we must mention expertise IT team, because to handle this vast amount of infrastructure, there must be people who can able to pinpoint the issue and resolve it in no minutes. Because see, now we are using Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook. Even if it down for a few minutes, the people starts reporting and sending tweets on the Twitter like Instagram is down. So the people need to the team who is maintaining need to be very active. So they must be very experienced team. So this is the the actual data center of simple data structure, data center I'm particularly mentioning. Okay. So to overcome all these hurdles, what is the other method, which is the cloud? So imagine using the cloud is like using electricity to your home. In our home, we use electricity, right? Uh, so for the usage of electricity, we are not directly constructing the power plant nearby to our home. So we just make use of the electricity. Imagine like this way. For example, you are using around 200 to 300 units of power electricity every month. So you don't need to construct a powerhouse near to power plant near to your home. You just import the electricity, you make use it, you pay for it. Same happens in the cloud computing. So what is cloud computing? It provides the on-demand IT resources. It is delivered all over the internet. So there is no need to set up any data centers from your side. If you have a customer in the Europe, there is no need to set up any data center over there. You can directly deliver over the internet. And the major thing uh, yeah, and the major advantage in the cloud computing is pay as you grow pricing. So you all pay for what you use rather than what you need. Okay. Yeah. So just briefly, we'll discuss about the difference between the private data center and cloud computing. So here I have featured four different features. First is infrastructure. So as I mentioned earlier, you need to buy everything, you need to maintain, which is highly costly. And in the cloud, a provider for you will maintain all those data centers on behalf of you and provide service for you. So you just make use of that service. Cost model, high initial investment. For all the equipment, for all the purchases, it is of high investment. So which is not necessary in the cloud computing. You just pay for what you use. And scalability. So as I mentioned previously, what if your app suddenly grows and go all around the world and the customers started coming to you? By that time, you need to increase your infrastructure architecture, right? You need to expand your servers, everything. So by if you are using a private data center, it is very limited and it takes a lot of time to expand, but not with the cloud computing. It all happens in a fraction of seconds and with a few clicks. Maintenance. As I said earlier, it requires the expertise IT team. You know, many outages happen due to the rats biting the wires. It takes some lots of time for the team to find out where the wire has been cut and they need to rectify it. So it is a lot of hectic situation and which cannot be faced by us in the cloud computing because everything will be taken care. So how cloud is used? Instead of mentioning it how cloud is used, we can ask what we can do using the cloud. My simple answer is almost everything. We can do everything using the cloud in the digital world. From simple websites to the complex applications, cloud enables it all. Imagine you are starting your blog or any post, you can make use of cloud. Or running the most complicated applications, the AWS or the cloud infrastructure will help you. So what are the key use cases of using the cloud? It hosts website and mobile applications and storing vast amount of data. You don't need to worry about the storage. You can store whatever. You have the kilobytes of memory, store it. You have gigabytes, store it. You have terabytes, store it. No matter, there is no limit at the amount of data that you can store. And it runs on powerful analytics and AI models. So it helps you for the anomaly detections and some other parameters. So don't think that cloud is a technical concept or we are not aware of the cloud. So you use cloud actually everywhere in our day-to-day life. So how many of you have used it following? Many of you have used the following apps in a day-to-day life, like streaming movies on the Netflix, listening to music on Spotify. Uh, okay. Yeah. So you start streaming movies on the Netflix. How backend Netflix works? When you watched a movie of adventure, and immediately you will get all the notifications which are relevant to the adventure movies, right? So the backend will be the AI models that are running on the cloud itself. So you are also using the cloud. Then you store your photos and documents in the Google Drive itself. Then you play games in the PlayStation. And the following two apps, no need to be mentioned, Instagram and Facebook has been widely used by all the students and the people. Um, these are all empowered by the cloud itself. Next, cloud driving innovation. What cloud actually helps us in the innovation? See, for example, if you have a new idea and you want to implement that idea, for that you require some equipment in the actual data center. Okay, so you have an idea of creating this application. For that you require so and so server, so and so storage. So you order it, you will have a high investment, you will get it, you will configure it, then you start using. What if something your idea failed? So all this investment is wasted, right? All the servers that you have imported is of no use now. But in the case of cloud, if you have any idea, you just make few clicks, you provision the server, you create the architecture, you try your idea. If something goes wrong, just delete it everything. You pay for what you use for the short term. That's it. There is no investment, nothing. That is a major advantage of the cloud. Then deploy updates seamlessly and reduce time for concept to market. This is very interesting. So the concept to market stands for you have an idea on your white paper on your desk and you want to take it over to the all over the world. So there is no requirement for you to go out and do something and with millions of investments. You just open your cloud platform like Azure, AWS, and Google Cloud. Then you make few clicks. You upload your idea into an application, then spread all over the world. As simple as think, right? The cloud for global reach. As I mentioned just now, it can be reached to all over world, right? Yes. So the reach customers worldwide without building physical infrastructure everywhere. For example, you have a customer in Ireland and you want to serve your service to them. In the traditional data center method, you need to construct a private data center in the Ireland region itself. So the constructing data center is of uh, it is of different funda itself, because as I mentioned, it requires lot of investment and effort. But in the case of cloud, there is no need to deploy the data center anywhere. If you have a customer in Europe, yes, you can go ahead. If you have a customer in Australia, yes, you are go ahead, because the cloud provider will maintain the data centers on behalf of you. So they will maintain everything on behalf of you. You just make use of their services and you provide services to other customers. Then you can deploy applications close to users wherever in the world. You can make use of it, improve performance globally, and enter new markets effortlessly. So you have some limited regions of customers and you got a new customer from somewhere around the world, and now you need to set up a data center nearby. No, it is all not required. The data center is already existing over there by the cloud providers. You just make use of it. Cloud and data insights unlock valuable information from massive amount of data. The data, the storage plays a massive role in the cloud infrastructure. As I mentioned, you can store how much data you want. There is no limits. You can make analysis of the data. You don't need to preserve or make sure of the security of the data. Everything will be taken care by the cloud. So what are the smart decisions that will be provided by the cloud? It processes big data efficiently. You insert some terabytes of data and you ask them AI models and machine learning models to make analytics for you. It do it for you and quicker. Apply machine learning for predictions. It also gives you the anomaly detection. For example, I have a range of so and so this much. I have some 1,000 users are going to log in into my website today, and tomorrow I have a high traffic event, and I can expect around 10,000 users can come. So it gives you some predictions also. Like boss, you go and expand your servers, you go and scale up the storage. It gives you predictions using the machine learning models too. Then gain competitive advantage with the other enterprises using these cloud advantages too. Let's have a brief recap of what are the benefits of cloud computing. So it increases agility. Agility generally stands for the ability to scale up. It makes you very quicker and speed up your application or any services that you are providing. Then unprecedented scalability and flexibility, significant cost effectiveness. While dealing with cloud, you must have and must awareness on the FinOps. So basically, FinOps stands for the financial operations. So financial operations might play a huge role in this cloud management, because when something goes wrong or you made some over provisioning, it results you in the high losses. So need to take care of the financial operations. And ability to achieve global reach. As I mentioned, there are existing data centers provided by the cloud providers. You can just make use of it. No need for setting up anything. Then focus on innovation rather than infrastructure. So all you need think is how to expand my application by new innovations rather than where to set up, how to set up, and how cost it takes for me. No need of thinking all those things. Just focus on innovation. Then just I mentioned understanding cloud pricing, which is of FinOps, plays a major role. The financial operations in this cloud, similar to the electricity usage, you pay as you go. So you what majorly influences your bill? The major thing is usage. How much you use? How long did you use? How many hours you use? What is the size you used? So these all plays a key parameter in your financial operations. Then resource type. What kind of resource are you using? There are different parameters. You can, if you log in into the any cloud providers console, you can able to see, or you can able to see in the websites also, where you can able to identify the different types of resources that are provided by the cloud. So these all plays a major role in the billing. Then data transfer. The interesting thing in the cloud provider is you can push how much data you want, no matter what. You can push any data, but while retrieving the data from the cloud, they'll charge you. You can push some terabytes of data, no problem, it will store. But while retrieving even some GB of data, they'll cost you based on the throughput and IOPS. IOPS for input output operations per second. You will all get to know when we go into the deep insight. Then location. The cost will be varied from location to location, but it is not that much drastically changed. It is of slight change from like Ireland, we have some other cost. In Australia, we have a little change in the cost. So these all parameters influences our bill. Okay, what are the basic cloud providers? So in our current engaging world, we have three major players of the cloud providers. One is the AWS, the Amazon Web Services, that we are going to discuss in a while. Then the Microsoft Azure, which is also another player, and the Google platform. So I think you all heard about this, right? So I just want to know that any one of you feeling bored. Now we are going into the actual parameter of Google. So just want to communicate with you. Any one of you, any doubts as of now, you can speak it up. And moreover, I am not a much senior. I am just passed out my bachelor's degree 2 years ago. So you can call me Shiva itself. You can communicate, and we can chat for a while. Then I can continue with my further presentation. Any questions? Any doubts? I can wait for a while if required, or else can I go ahead? Hello? Yeah, Prem is giving me a thumbs up to go ahead. Sure. As of now, Udemy is the best course to learn any cloud platform. Udemy can provide you various uh, the courses provided by the Udemy, and if you wanna use for free, of course, then you can go ahead with YouTube also. Even in YouTube, we have multiple courses that will be provided, which includes all the AWS, Cloud, Google, and Microsoft Azure clouds. Any other questions, or can I go ahead? We are getting into the core concept of AWS. Yeah, I think I'm good to go. Yes, thanks, Prem. Thanks, Gautam. Now we are getting somewhat deep diver into the AWS. So basically, as of my knowledge, my audience are of I think intermediate, second year, and polytechnic, right? Can you please someone confirm? Srija, can you please confirm? As of my knowledge, the audience are all of intermediate and polytechnic students, right?
We have +2 students, and we have a few students who are currently in first year of engineering also.
Sure.
They also may benefit from the cloud knowledge.
Sure. Thanks, Srija. Thanks for the update.
Yeah.
So as of now, I'll just give an overview of the cloud, and in further also, I'm going to give the overview of the AWS. I'm not going to get into the deeper. Okay. So I'm continuing with my presentation. Yeah. AWS, the Amazon Web Services. So this is the basic console when we log in into the AWS portal. It seems very clumsy, right? But it is very crystal clear for easy understanding of each and every service that is provided by the AWS. So in the left top, you can see the recently visited. These are all the services provided by the AWS. We have around 200 plus services, including EC2. It's like for the servers, virtual servers. This CloudWatch is able to help us to give an overview of what all happening in our account. This CloudFront is for a content delivery network, the billing and cost optimization that we have gone through. It is related to financial operations. This need to be maintained very particularly. And Lambda, it is of serverless. This is also a type of servers that are provided to us. And S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. It is for storage service. It is includes some S3 bucket, we generally call it as. And these are all the services. Then we at the bottom we look at the cost and usages. So it is showing us the current month cost, which is of 125. This is a very basic account. As I searched it from somewhere Chrome, I'm not allowed to share the TCS portal. So okay. This is of $125. In the TCS, it varies from to hundreds and thousands of dollars every month actually. And using this artificial and machine learning models, it is also giving us some forecasted month. So the interesting thing is you can set budget in this too. Example, you say like AWS, hello AWS, I'm going to use only $300 this month. Okay, it will be set budget as $300. And whenever it reaches 75%, 80%, 90% of your budget, it keeps on sending you mails. Hi Shiva, you are about to reach your budget. Hi Shiva, you are about to reach your budget. It keeps on sending mails so that then we can go ahead and look where we can optimize and reduce the cost. Using this forecasted month-end cost also, we can able to identify what will be the overall month expenditure. Even if I am in the June 20 right now, I can able to expect what is the month-end cost by using this forecast method. Then we can able to see all the graphs or the predictions. Then AWS health, how is your health account? Sorry, how is your account health? Then security. So see, the security plays a major role, and I'm going to discuss about the security in further slides too. It plays a crucial role. If you ask me simply, is the cloud secure? So I can damn sure say that it is absolutely secure, but it is the shared responsibility. You need to take care also. And now we'll go into somewhat overview concepts of AWS. So the AWS is the foundation for anything. It provides the essential building blocks for virtually any digital need. So basically, what are the all the AWS offers to us? Okay, it computing power for running programs. It provides a service to take care of the application. Vast and secure storage of data. As I mentioned previously, in the cloud there is no limit for the data storage and analysis. You can store how much data you want. There is no limit, there is no threshold. It's all depend on you and your enterprise. Then global networking for connectivity. You can reach to the entire world with a few clicks. There is no need to set up anything in any country or any region. Everything was taken care by AWS. You just need to make use of the service and pay for what you use. And we have tools for databases, artificial intelligence, security, and much more. Then global reach and reachability. Global reach and reliability. It's a vast network ensures your application are always available globally. So I just previously mentioned that global networking for connectivity, right? The same, it is an extended version. To be honest, AWS have, to be honest, right, in fact, AWS have implemented all the data centers in the entire world, in almost every region. So throughout the world, okay. As I mentioned earlier, if you want to have a customer in Ireland, the data center is already existing there. You communicate with them, you set up your application, you provide service from them. Also, we have different regions. You may think like, uh, so basically these are physical data centers. It is a physical structure which existing on the globe. You may think like, what if natural calamity happens? What if an earthquake comes? What if the tsunami come and vanishes the data center? So there might be some concerns raised by the customer, right? And the AWS provides a reason for, the solution for it too. In one region, they will arrange 2 to 3 data centers which are separated by 40 to 50 kilometers each. Okay. So for example, if I'm staying in the Bangalore right now, there will be a data center in Bangalore, and which is the nearest, like any Chikbalabur and some other places, there will be another data center, and 40 to 50 kilometers radius there will be another data center. So if something goes wrong here, immediately all the customers or the service that are providing from this will be transferred to there. From there onwards, it will be serving to the customer. There will be no disruptions, no outages. And designed for continuous operation, just said I mentioned, there will be no outages. There is some worst scenarios where all the 3 regions or the 3 data centers will go down. It will not happen and not happened so far. So fortunately, we also wish it will not happen too, because many of the enterprises are slowly trusting the AWS data centers itself. So it should not happen, and it delivers content quickly to users anywhere. It uses some services like content delivery network, CloudFront. So basically, if you are okay, I am also about to explain the content delivery network concept, which is very interesting. Okay, so I'll just brief about the content delivery network. You have a data center. Okay, assume you have a private data center in Mumbai region, and you have a customer in Ireland. So everything is set up, every configuration is set, every architecture is set. Your customer is making use of the application or services from your data center. When I'm sitting in Ireland, I searched like Siva details in TCS. So it comes to my data center. It verifies it. It gives my output to the customer in the Ireland. Basically, it not happens due to the security reasons. I'm just giving an example. If it want to search anything in the TCS, it comes to the data center. It searches. The same response will be given to the Ireland. Think of the distance between the Mumbai and Ireland. How long it is? Of course, even though it is of digital world, it takes some seconds time to transfer, right? So to avoid this second latency also, we have a solution called content delivery network. So basically, there is a company called Akamai which provides this content delivery network. What they do is they set up regions all over the world. Regions all over the world, more than the AWS. They set up the regions. They communicate with our AWS. They communicate with our data centers. Okay. So for example, if I'm sitting in the Ireland, I asked some data which is present in my data center. The request will be transferred from Ireland location to the content delivery network provider, the Akamai location. The region of Akamai. The request will be transferred from my place to the Akamai. Akamai will check if the data is present. It serves from there itself. If no data is present, the same request will be transferred to my data center. It fetches the data. Again, the data which is fetched transferred back to the Akamai region. It stores the data and serves from there. So whenever I just searched, after an hour, I came again, I searched for the same details. So instead of going to the data center, so instead of going from Ireland to Mumbai, it will be served from the nearest location itself. uh, Even though it saves some fraction of seconds, which will be very helpful for the customer as well as the enterprise. Uh, so that's how the content delivery actually works for the quicker response and lower latency. Request someone to be on
Request Devadarshan to mute. Devadarshan, I request you to mute.
Yeah. Thanks, Devadarshan.
Sorry about that.
No shit, no problem. Yeah. So, sorry, I missed. We discussed about the global reach and reliability. Then AWS powering diverse industries. How the AWS is being served to all the large enterprises in the world. So I'm pretty sure you might have used many complicated applications like Facebook, Instagram, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and many of the other general applications you might have been used, right? So all these somewhere how will be provided by the AWS services itself. So the for streaming and entertainment purpose, Netflix. Uh, I mentioned earlier, when you watch an adventure or action movie, as soon as you complete the movie, you will get a list of all the action movies. So how this will be worked? At the back end, AWS makes the AI models to make you get engaged with the application. So that's how Netflix use AWS. Airbnb, you might have heard about this. This is the hospitality application where you can book the rooms like houses, where you can book houses anywhere in the India or anywhere in the world. This is for travel purpose. It is also uses AWS. NASA, literally, NASA uses AWS for space exploration and data in and out. It is a very wonderful thing that NASA is using AWS services. Then many other major banks, healthcares like Apollo hospitals, at the back end, when you go as a patient and you make an entry, everything must be stored, right? Somewhere how all these major healthcare companies and other are using, making use of all these AWS services. Yeah. Next, a platform for innovation. How this AWS will help you to create, to be more innovative and create new what we can say, new innovations. Like it provides cutting edge tools. Okay, what are all those? It helps us to access the artificial intelligence and machine learning models which will be provided by the AWS itself. We just need to make use of it. Now see, we are using ChatGPT and Gemini. So if you want to create a paper or anything, if you want to create a mail, you don't need to think of what to write, what to do, nothing. You just give the scenario and the AI models will be taken, will do the analysis and everything will be taken care. It gives you the output. It is as simple as possible, right? The same applies in the AWS. So we have a quick access to the AI and ML models. We can make use of it and make our enterprises more innovative and getting faster developments. Then tools for building smart home IoT devices. Many enterprises are using these services to connect some billions of IoT devices together with zero latency, almost zero latency. So the developing next gen games, you can also create games and applications using the AWS services too. which is of vast informative. Then yeah, previously I asked a question that is AWS secure? Simply we can say it is damn sure, it is absolutely secure. But what is this shared responsibility? Imagine this like a society or an apartment. So the apartment committee or community will take care of the main gates, the generators, the electricity, the lifts either working or not, everything will be taken care by them, right? But it is our responsibility to take care of our home main door. See, if everything outside is taken care and we have opened the door during the night times and we sleep and some thieves come in, is that the responsibility of the community or the responsibility of ours? It's a shared responsibility. So we also need to take care of our AWS infrastructure when we are logging into it. So security of the cloud, like a physical hardware network, will be taken care by the team. Security in the cloud, your data, configurations, architecture should be taken care by you. Now, AWS cost management and optimization. You don't believe there are some separate courses, especially on the cost management and optimizations, which includes financial operations. So, example, you are using some low level application, and unknowingly, without having high awareness, you have over provisioned your workload, and you are not aware of what you have done. At the month end, you must be end up paying with some hundreds and thousands of dollars, which may ruin you. So we must be very careful in the cost management. And key strategies for us: pay as you grow. You don't need to pay for what you need, you just pay for what you use. It is the most effective way. Then choose the right size. As I mentioned, for